Shawon, another USG president who didn't want me for their publicity manager. And I had, it's Shawon that you want, it's Shawon that you want. Shawon that you want. The rest is just profanity. I guess anyway.
So speaking of your election campaign, so we all just saw this past election campaign get way more attention. I mean, it got written up in the New York Times like 2 times. Was yours dramatic, or was it pretty much smooth? I mean, I know you ran as a sophomore, which, good job for winning, because that's pretty impressive.
No New York Times. We got featured in the prints a lot.
All good, or like controversy?
It was a lot of controversy.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They, a lot of Prince articles, a lot of Prince comments. They're just mean to me, but it's okay. No, it's fine in there. It's just a lot of controversy about me running as a sophomore, but.
But you, so how did you decide to do it as a sophomore? I mean, was it just, do more people than I know do that and just nobody wins but you, or was that, were you just like particularly inspired?
I was particularly inspired. I really liked the freshman year, but I was kind of frustrated with how we weren't getting some stuff done, and so I decided to just go for a sophomore year and see what happens. So.
Well, congratulations. We're all reaping the benefits.
Well, what do you think was the key to your success?
Did you guys vote? No.
My vote counts.
No. Class of 2016, I actually have to thank them. They voted the most and they supported the most, and so they actually helped me win.
Did you do a lot of freshman-specific campaigning?
Yeah, it was like all freshmen pretty much.
Freshman's choice.
Freshmen vote the most, and so I went to like their doors the most and talked to them the most and stuff. So I figured they were the most impressionable. In a good way.
Since then, so being president of the student body makes you like pretty undoubtedly the most recognizable name on campus. So first of all, I'm sweating right now. But second of all, how has that fame played out in surprising ways? Are there any times when you're out in the street and...
Will you be hosting The Voice?
No. It does play out. I was on the street once, and a freshman started coming up to me after I gave a speech to the freshman class and started bending over, saying, "Thank you so much."
He mistook you for the Dalai Lama.
And I just kind of looked at him, and I didn't know what to do, and then my friends just started laughing at me, and then we walked away.
Did your friends know you had given a speech, or did they think you just attract polite freshmen?
They knew, but they didn't know that the freshmen were that weird. There was another time, I was with some freshmen, and this one guy was just really drunk and started asking me for advice. And then sometimes I'll ask for selfies, and it's really fun. I like it, but it's kind of weird.
You need to get first pizza, and there's a line longer than the line to pay to take selfies with Shawon. So okay, well, a lot of moving parts up here. So what have you been proudest of that you got done on campus in your 2 years?
I was going to say the Princeton Perspective Project, but we saw how that might play out.
That was a joke.
Body.
No, it's good. No, but in all seriousness, I'll probably say that project is like something we kind of started from the ground up, working with administrators as opposed to fighting with them, and so I was happy with it.
How did you realize that there was the need for that?
Actually, it was administrators who set up a meeting with me to talk about the project, and then they were saying a lot of students who they talked to deal with it, and then a lot of people were bringing it up on USG as well. And so we kind of moved forward with the project and started talking to people, and then everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is a project I think we should do," and so we just kind of went from there.
Cool. And so you've also interned at the White House, right? So what were you like? Number 2 in charge, or what was the internship?
Who was president?
President Barack Obama. I was in the Office of Cabinet Affairs, and so it's like a lot of office work.
Yeah, we need a new handle on this.
No, it was a cool internship. It was some office work, like a little bit of busy work, but then it was also like some research and writing and stuff.
So is politics something you want to keep doing?
I think so.
According to your LinkedIn profile, you are pursuing certificates in African American Studies, Latino Studies, and Spanish Language and Culture?
Yes.
Are you for real? That's nuts. That's so much stuff.
They overlap with each other.
Oh. But so is that something you want to work into your future political career?
Do you want to be like a dictator of some South American?
Shawon.
As far as I can tell from reading Cat's Cradle, they would love you.
I was going to say I want to do education policy, but
More noble.
but yeah.
So what will your involvement be like in training the next USG president? Is that a role or?
Yeah. So we talk a lot over winter break, a lot of phone calls, a lot of Skype sessions, and then we'll have like hour-long meetings, probably for like weeks in January. And then I'll hand it all over to her and I'm done.
And well, so was there ever any moment where you really thought it was going to be Gonza? Because obviously he started out seeming like a joke, and then.
Yeah.
So what was the plan? Do you think he would have seriously done it?
I have no idea. I've actually never met him. But when we were, at first everyone was like, oh yeah, like nothing's gonna happen. And then we got the results for the first round, and we were adding up all the numbers, and I couldn't do the math in my head, and I was like, he actually might have gotten 50%, meaning he was gonna be president. He got 44%, and so we were like, he might become president.
That'd be a lot of training, right? Winter break for you.
But yeah, my thesis would be incomplete.
But so speaking of passing the torch, we wanted to give you one last chance to kind of take the knowledge you've gained and distill it and pass it on to the future of USG. So can we please welcome out Eliot Cheng? We have an activity plan. Jake, do you have the cards?
Yeah, I do. Do you want the other materials first?
No, cards first.
Okay.
To Eliot. So Eliot, you've got 4 cards. These are all questions you're going to ask Shawon with word constraints of how long he can be answering them. So just take it away whenever you're ready.
So in 3 sentences, how do you write a fun email?
Use GIFs. Use GIFs.
Only GIFs?
Have a funny subject line and always have white text.
Got it. So I should hire these folks. Okay, next. In 1 sentence, how do you deal with the administration?
Smile. Smile.
Smile. Just smile?
Just smile. Don't worry about
Don't
talking.
talk. Okay. Just smile. Just gonna smile. In 1 word, how do you deal with the fans?
What?
1 word. In 1 word.
Smile.
It works for the administration. It works for the fans.
Most of the fans are in the administration.
Okay, finally, using all of your experience in DZIAC, can you teach me how to do the naming?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you have to wait for the music. Just sway. It's gonna come. Sway. Love. Ready? Okay. Put your hand up. Put your hand here.
finally for you to hand over the robe and crown, which we literally have. So, Shawon, will you help her put on? I guess Jake's doing most of it, but 50-50.
Okay. This kind of proves Gonza's point, doesn't it?
I don't remember whose it is right now, but we'll find out. Cheng, thank you guys so